Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on Uranus going into retrograde from the 29th of August this year right up until the 27th of January in 2024. So first I'm going to talk about the social impact and the mundane, worldly, political meaning of Uranus in retrograde. So as you know, Uranus in astrology represents change, innovation and rebellion, going against conformist ideas and traditions. So during this period, when Uranus, the planet of revolution, appears to be moving backwards in its orbit, because planets are never actually moving backwards, they're kind of like swinging from side to side, but from our perspective on Earth it looks like they're moving backwards. So anyway, when Uranus is in retrograde, it means that symbolically its energy, what it stands for, is turned inward in astrology. So it's wanting us to reflect on and reassess our path towards progress. So how well are you working towards your goals? What psychological, emotional and spiritual issues that are unresolved that you need to resolve so you can, take the external practical action to make progress in your life. On a society levels, from the wider level globally, it can lead to a re-evaluation of social structures and what we perceive as social norms. And as you know, recently, social norms have been changing quite a lot, so they may continue to do so. But also because the planet is going backwards and it seems like things are going back in time, we may regress as a collective back into old ways, or in order to stop change as well. So there can be people, as we have seen, who want things to go back the way that we were, and saying things like the world's become too woke and stuff like that as well. So we may see a big upsurge in people, some people, not all, trying to return back to tradition, as well as some people choosing to live more alternative, non-conformist lifestyles as well. So Uranus energy can make us feel restless and question existing power dynamics and ways of doing things. If we stay in our comfort zones and stuff, some people may demand more freedom and autonomy, independence. So there can be a rise in more protests, as we are seeing social movements and calls for reforms within many societal institutions. So within technology, AI is a big topic. Is it going to take over and kill us all? Also, we may see some revolution in science and technology as well, as we know tech's expanding with the AI, and in science as well. NASA's sent another telescope, and the alien debate is getting more widespread, so we may have some sort of big revelation over otherworldly beings and other realms and stuff like that as well. In terms of the mundane political possibilities, when Uranus is in retrograde, we may experience some change in the political landscape. Traditional power structures may be challenged, leading to the rise of unconventional leaders or movements. Issues related to personal freedom, technological advancements, as I said, and social equality could take centre stage at this period. And as these issues are really centre stage in our world right now, as it is anyway. So we may see some positive change, or we may see some sort of regression, things going back to the way that they were. So in Vedic constellational astrology, Uranus is still in the constellation of Aries, and that's this is the astrology I use. But in Western astrology, Uranus is in Taurus right now as well. But on the esoteric level, Uranus retrograde in Aries is known for its disruptive and transformative nature. As I said, we may feel compelled to break free from limiting beliefs and situations that no longer serve us. Ultimately, Uranus retrograde in Aries signifies a time of self-discovery and exploration, encouraging us to embrace our unique identity and express ourselves more authentically. So this can lead to us pursuing more unconventional paths or introducing innovative ideas to various aspects of our lives. On the spiritual level, Uranus retrograde in Aries prompts us to examine our relationships with power and authority, and I'll talk more about that in a while. So now I'm going to talk about the aspects and then the sabling degrees and the key themes of Uranus Retrograde 2023. So when Uranus goes into retrograde, it's making a trine with Mercury, which is separating. It makes a conjunction with Uranus, which is applying at 7 degrees, so it's like starting to wear off, but it's still influencing. And the Mercury trine Uranus is separating at 34 degrees, so it's still sort of potent. Uranus is making a sextile to Neptune, and this is at 3 degrees applying, so it's a strong influence. And Uranus is also making a trine to Pluto. So Mercury's trine to Uranus brings a boost in mental clarity and in innovative thinking. It can help us, improve our communication skills and give us fresh perspectives, thinking of problems we've had for a while from a new angle and coming up with, life-changing solutions. Some of us may find ourselves experiencing exciting and new ideas and insights during this time. Jupiter's conjunction to Uranus expands the transformative energy of Uranus, so this can bring sudden opportunities for growth, breakthrough in various areas of our lives, but we have to be cautious of being impulsive, overconfidence, as this energy can be intense and unpredictable. So just make sure you take time out to plan and research before joining any cause and doing any activism. Like, we need activists, this is not what I'm saying, but just make sure that you do well thought out plans when doing what you're doing. And I know that activism is meant to be disruptive and things like that, but clear thinking is always needed, and it's always best to plan, especially even if it is rebelling, against the status quo. So yeah, Uranus is also making a sextile to Neptune, so this kind of brings a mystical influence. It promotes sort of all types of spiritual awakening, creative inspiration, and some of you may have a deeper desire to expand on or to find out more universal truths, or just bring more meaning into your day-to-day life. Some of you may have dreams and visions or even nightmares that bring you some sort of insight into your own psychological, emotional sort of like traumas or growth. So yeah, ultimately Uranus's sextile to Neptune can bring harmony between your desire for change and need for spiritual fulfillment. Uranus is also making the trine to Pluto, as I said, so again this supports the transformative energy and for intense, deep personal growth, and this can be relationship growth as well. It assists us in breaking free from old patterns and structures that no longer serve us, and this aspect encourages self-empowerment, regeneration, and the ability to make positive changes in our lives as well. So all in all, these aspects that happen during Uranus retrograde flavours the whole period it's going to be in retrograde for the next 5 months, so that offers us a chance to be more unique and innovative in our thinking, and helps us to transform ourselves on the thought and behaviour levels, letting go of self-destructive habits, addictions, toxic relationships, also standing up for what we believe in, joining new causes, creating new relationships and friendships with people that are more in line with our personal values and stuff like that. Also supports spiritual and personal growth and empowerment as well, and general self-discovery. Now I'm going to talk about the sabling degrees and key themes. So the key themes of Uranus retrograde: Aries is known for its boldness and action-orientated nature. So, this is about taking action, not just thinking. You must think, because sometimes Aries energy can make us leap before the horse, meaning, acting before we think and reacting before we, think. So, yeah. So Uranus sets the foundation to revolutionize your life. The key themes are liberation, rebellion, breakthroughs, and personal transformation. It also calls for us to revisit our past inspirations, goals, and energies that may have been dormant within us for a while. So if you have had hobbies that you used to love doing, or a project that you've been working on and you stopped working on, like me, this energy allows you to move forward and to, look at it from a different way and make great progress. So it's about going back and rethinking your non-conformist ideas ideas and projects that you may have been working on that are based around alternative thinking and thought patterns, and going back and reworking them, and also re-questioning the things that you have come to believe as well. So it's an opportunity to question societal norms, challenge outdated beliefs within ourselves and in the world, and ignite our inner fire. This retrograde encourages us to push boundaries in all aspects of our lives, and this energy sparks a desire for self-expression. Some of you may feel compelled to take risks, embrace your individuality, being unapologetic in going after your passions, and breaking free from the chains that have been holding you back as well. So ultimately, this is time for authenticity, radical self-acceptance, and for, embracing, while finding or reconnecting with your uniqueness and breaking free from societal and other people's expectations. Asking yourself, what is it I really want for my life? A lot of the time we think that we're too old, or we can't ever relearn new things, or we just don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So who would you be if we lived in a perfect world, but if you was the perfect you? What is the perfect you to you? And don't be too hard, because sometimes we can have this perfectionist image of ourselves, and because it's so high we never obtain it. So just try and be realistic with it as well. So Aries is at the 29th degree of Aries. So Sabian degrees are a set of symbols that provide deeper insight into the deeper spiritual meaning behind each degree of the zodiac. So Uranus is in the 29th degree of Aries, as I said, as it goes into retrograde this year. So this symbol is associated with a celestial choir singing. So this energy symbolizes a harmonious and collective expression of cosmic energies. So positively, the Sabian degree suggests that during Uranus retrograde in Aries, there can be an increased sense of inspiration and creativity. It can help us tap into our unique talents and share them with others in a way that brings joy and unity, because there's a lot of division in our world right now. So just thinking about how both sides or all sides of any argument can work together, because although we may feel like we're disconnected as a species and that thoughts can't be reconciled, I believe that there's always sort of like a middle way, a common ground that can be found if we open our minds and are prepared to bend a little. And a lot of us saying prepared to compromise, and you have to be uncompromising, but you get what I'm saying, just trying to be a bit more cooperative with others. The celestial choir represents the harmonious blending of different voices and energies. If you hear a choir sing or a group sing and they're in sync and it's really good, different harmonies and acapellas and stuff like that, different sounds. So this reminds us that collaborating with others, or even with all aspects of our own personalities, can lead to great achievements. Negatively, we can become overwhelmed and overstimulated. There's a lot of technology, streaming shows, a lot of distractions in our world today, social media and all of that. Although a celestial choir can create an enchanting experience, it can also be overpowering if not balanced correctly. So all these ideas and all these social media and streaming services and experiences we have in the world, which is good, we can get instant answers to a lot of things, but at times it can be overwhelming because we don't know what to choose because there's so many choice. So there can be a tendency to become too caught up in external influences, or to lose ourselves in the pursuit of validation from others, So this degree also rules the auditory canal in the human body. So again, backing up that there's going to be an increased sensitivity to sound and communication. There may be some sort of big reveal, as I was saying in introduction, there's been a lot of talk about aliens who are false and stuff being true. So just lots of voices, lots of opinions being sprouted, and you may think, who should I believe in? What should I believe in? There can be conflict within yourself as well. So although this can manifest positively as the ability to listen deeply and understand others on a profound level, it can also lead to us being confused because of all the different things we're being taught to believe. So this means that we have to protect our hearing and be mindful of the impact of sound and all the messages and overstimulation from, you know, all the people that are telling us to believe this and that. So we have to find some kind of stillness and ask ourselves, what is it we truly do believe and which path do we really want to take in life? So overall, the 29th degree of Aries that will influence the whole of the retrograde period reminds us to embrace collective energy and be more creative in our goals, and this can bring about, you know, growth by collaborating with others, or as I said, the different aspects of your own self, and to find a unique way of expressing yourself, or just embracing you for who you are and loving yourself for who you are. Yeah, we should always be working on ourselves as individuals, but there's a lot to be said for going about it in a way where you love and accept yourself while bringing about change in your life. And, you know, hating on yourself while you're trying to bring change into your life can be like, you know, upward struggle, you know. So kind of like increasing authentic, not toxic self-love, but authentic self-love into your life as well. Doing your best to maintain a sense of balance and avoid getting overwhelmed by external opinions and influences, and also getting distracted by seeking external validation, when, you know, a lot of the time the things we seek from others we can only really give to ourselves, because we're the only ones who are with ourselves 24/7. So this can just be like self-love, understanding, forgiveness and acceptance and management and stuff. So although during this time the auditory canal can become more sensitive, it can also lead to a deeper understanding of others through active listening. It is also crucial to protect our hearing and be mindful of how sound affects our overall well-being, and remember to stay grounded in your own purpose and not lose yourself in, you know, chasing external praise and things from others. Use this time to tap into your own creative inspiration and express yourself authentically. So that's the message of, you know, the whole retrograde of 2023. So in terms of the 29th degree and the past life and karmic implications of this degree while Uranus is in retrograde, it invites us to, you know, reflect on our past lives and karmic patterns, and also bring ourselves more into alignment with cosmic energies. So in terms of the spiritual meaning, it provides a powerful opportunity for spiritual awakening and an increase in intuition and self-trust. It encourages us to listen closely to the subtle messages from the universe that can allow us to attune to, you know, higher frequencies within ourselves. So it's important to embrace change and individuality during Uranus retrograde, because a lot of time, especially personally as well, we find that, you know, our biggest challenge is ourselves, and often who we think we should be in comparison to who we are. So, you know, it gives us the space, if we want to take the practical action, to break free from our stagnant patterns and embrace our authentic selves as well. And the celestial choir on the spiritual and esoteric level singing highlights the power of divine guidance and messages. So, you know, encourages us to actively listen to the whispers of our soul and intuition and the universe, for they hold valuable insights and direction. Taking time to actively listen to our inner voice as well, and if we do so, we can tap into higher realms of consciousness and deepen our spiritual connection. This retrograde period also amplifies the significance of these vibrations that we can get from whether it's doing tarot, meditating, dowsing, just quiet reflecting, listening to music, screaming, hugging trees, walking barefoot, however it is, you know, prayer, however you connect with a higher power or your higher self. Also, we again are supported in breaking patterns that are from our past lives, from our, you know, past incarnations, that are influencing our current circumstances in life as well, by releasing any karmic baggage and, you know, taking time out to steadily over the next 5 months to work on resolving any unhealed psychological, emotional, spiritual wounds, but knowing this is lifelong work and being gentle with ourselves as well, and doing this and taking this approach of small daily steps allows for profound healing and growth. So some of you may be shaken outside of your comfort zone, unexpectedly ending a relationship, a career or something else, and although these unexpected changes and disruptions can be a bit traumatic, it's important to remember that these transformations are ultimately for your highest good, even though they can be scary at the time that they're happening, and just know that you're being guided towards a more authentic version of yourself as you let go of the things that no longer serve you, and you tap into your higher consciousness, sort of like soul's purpose. It's important during this time to trust in divine timing and to surrender trying to control everything and allow the cosmic energy to guide you, as this will lead you to the path of alignment and happiness. Whatever that means to you, because we all got different ways of feeling fulfilled, but ultimately it's a time to surrender to the flow of life, knowing that everything is unfolding according to a higher plan, normally the plan that you chose, before, that you wanted to go on before you came into this life. So it's, good time. It wants us to embrace being spontaneous. So allowing yourself to have alternative experiences and get out of your comfort zone, to explore your true passions, and amidst this cosmic dance of transformation, it is important to remain grounded, taking time out for self-care and self-reflection, and to set boundaries, practice mindfulness and connect with your innermost self through meditation or journaling or any other way you connect to the deeper, your authentic self as well. One question that you can ask to help you kind of like shape other questions in your reflective process are there any self-imposed limitations or fears that you need to release? This is an opportunity to confront and heal the wounds that limit your growth and prevents you from fully embracing your unique identity. And although, once again, the energy of this transit may feel unsettling because the things you want to keep may go, it's important to remember that change is often accompanied by discomfort. So discomfort is often a mark of a change. I'm going to talk about how Uranus retrograde can affect committed hookup relationships, spiritual, personal development, health and finances and stuff like that. So on the positive side, for committed relationships and hookups, this transit can bring a renewed sense of independence and naturalness to relationships. It can inspire us to break free from traditional relationship patterns, leading to exciting adventures and new experiences. Negatively, Uranus retrograde in Aries can create restlessness and impulsive behaviour in committed relationships. It may contribute to conflicts or desire for more personal space. In hookup relationships, it can lead to unpredictable changes or lack of commitment. So it's important for us to navigate these changes with open communication and understanding, or trying our best to understand, because sometimes we can find it hard to find that middle ground in relationships. Ultimately, in terms of intimate relationships, Uranus retrograde encourages us to break free from stagnant ways of being. So whether you just gotten in a rut and doing the same activities together, you may think about switching things up, having different date nights, having honest conversations and spicing your relationship up in some other ways. It can inspire you to experiment with new activities or explore unconventional ways of expressing love and intimacy as well. Specifically for hookup relationships, Uranus retrograde can give us the desire for more excitement as well, seeking out more adventurous and unconventional encounters can bring a sudden urge of passion and intensity to our hookup dynamics as we feel more compelled, pushed to break free from our usual routine and explore new ground. but it can also introduce instability and unpredictability into our hookup relationships, as it may lead to sudden shifts in our desires or expectations, causing everyone involved in the connection to question their level of commitment or emotional availability. This energy can bring about unexpected endings or changes in the nature of the connection. Overall, whether in committed relationships or hookups, Uranus retrograde acts as a catalyst for change. It pushes us to step out of our comfort zones and explore new avenues of love and intimacy. Rather than viewing the challenge as an obstacle, it's best seen, whatever comes up right now is best seen as an opportunity for growth and deeper understanding. So by addressing underlying tensions in our connections with others, we can work towards a stronger foundation that can withstand the unpredictable nature of Uranus retrograde and life in general. So now I'm going to talk about how Uranus retrograde in Aries affects our career, education, or spiritual and personal development. So in terms of career, this allows us to have more creativity and be more innovative. It encourages us to take risks and explore new opportunities. But again, there can be sudden endings and instability in our career. In terms of, learning new things in our education, Uranus retrograde in Aries stimulates independent thinking and unconventional approaches and nonconformist ideas. It provides a desire for intellectual freedom, but there can also be challenges in maintaining focus. So you may just go out there and try and learn too much information and just get, go on endless binging of online videos, podcasts and stuff without actually focusing or sticking to traditional methods, which can be a bit of a problem for subjects that depend on formulas like science or mathematical sort of like computer engineering and stuff like that as well. So spiritually, it can awaken a sense of self-discovery, as it encourages us to question our beliefs, as I said before, and exploring alternative spiritual paths. However, it may also lead to feelings of restlessness or a sense of not fitting in with established spiritual practices. In terms of personal development, it creates a desire for self-improvement and personal growth, encouraging us to break free from limited patterns and embrace our uniqueness, as I said, but it may also bring unexpected changes that require us to be more adaptable and flexible. In terms of our physical health and well-being, Uranus retrograde can bring us wanting to look into new and unconventional methods of healing or fitness, but it may also lead to unexpected health issues or accidents that require careful attention. So ultimately, it encourages us to embrace change, think outside of the box and step out of our comfort zones. It's essential to approach this energy with an open mind, be prepared for some unexpected twists and turns along the way, with a willingness to adapt and grow. The potential for personal evolution and success is strong, so just go with the flow, heal yourself when need be, and listen, and also try to seek validation from within rather than without yourself. So ultimately, the best thing to do during Uranus retrograde is to expect the unexpected, and although these things can be upsetting, these sudden things that happen can push you towards an innovative breakthrough or create chaos and instability. So the choice is yours. By embracing flexibility and adapting to sudden shifts, you can be more successful. In terms of your education, as I said, you'll be more drawn to unconventional subjects or alternative methods of education. This can open up new pathways for personal growth and intellectual expansion, but just be careful, that things can change suddenly. So just prepare for these changes. Spiritually, seek out the new and unconventional paths that resonate with your inner truth. Embrace this period of self-discovery and just try and find some sort of inner peace within yourself. In terms of your physical health and well-being, try and take a different approach to looking after yourself on all levels. Be open-minded and just be aware that your usual wellness routine may not give you the same results. So just think about new ways of sort of like changing things up as well, and embrace embrace new wellness practices. So just remember to listen to your body and prioritize self-care. In terms of all types of relationships, again, twists and turns may happen, sudden breakups and stuff like that as well, but just know that whatever happens now is happening to actually deepen your understanding of relationships and have you be more authentic in your relationships with others, and also just testing the strength and relationships that are meant to be will be. In terms of career and finances, be open to new approaches to the way that you work and new opportunities as well. And there couldn't be some kind of financial instability with finances going up and down, but it's important to stay adaptable and flexible during this time, seeking alternative ways to manage your finances and explore innovative avenues for career growth. Trust your instincts and be proactive in setting new goals that align with you, your evolving professional aspirations. Remember, with change comes the opportunity for growth and success. So yeah, that's the breakdown of Uranus retrograde in Aries 2023. Take care. If you like my content, please follow me. Just remember to try and go with the flow during this retrograde period and embrace what happens, and know that it's never too late to embrace change and to transform your life. So yeah.